Okay guys, so we're about to move the trading setup. If I flip the camera now and show you what we're currently working with in the setup we've been in for 2 years now, we're looking for an upgrade. So we're moving into another room in the house because my bed's in this room and you don't really want to work in the same room that you sleep. So I am moving to a different room where it's just my office, that whole room. So doing my recording, my trading, everything in that room, and also playing F1. We've got the wheel and the pedals. Very, very good to do when you're in a trade, a little bit of a distraction. But yeah, so we've got the setup here and we're going to be moving it into the other room. Started some of it already, moved my mic stand, one of my lights. But I'm going to quickly flick around and show you guys what we're currently working with. Okay, so we've got the two monitors, two 27-inch curved monitors. And then we have obviously mouse pad, keyboard, mouse, one of the key lights, another one usually here, whiteboard which I just put up like a few days ago. The PC, got the i9, everything in there. Needs a bit of a clean, but it is what it is. Cables down there, that's all going to be sorted hopefully. And yeah, a lot of the setup will look better because it's just going to be a lot cleaner overall. There's a lot of clutter here, I've got all my chest of drawers, my clothes, books, everything, and then the other room's just going to be trading only hopefully. So we'll be a lot better. Got a lot of stuff on my bed as well, which I then have to move into the other room. Hopefully, it'll be a better environment. You don't work right next to where you've just woken up and that sort of thing. And hopefully it will be better for videos too, because I have like proper blackout curtains and everything like that. So I guess we're gonna get on with that now, and I'll see you guys when we're pretty much done. Okay guys, so we do actually have the setup sorted now. Not really sure where I'm gonna put the camera. Haven't got any of the lights set up, so that's the next thing I actually have to do. I just put my tripod here to the side of my desk just to kind of see what the angles are like, see if I've still got the Hoover out and all that sort of stuff from actually clearing up the setup. But overall, very, very happy with it. It's a lot nicer having a whole room dedicated to my actual trading. Still got to clear out a lot of the stuff that's actually to the side of me here, which is getting moved out of the room. So then it will literally just be solely my trading stuff in here. So what I'm going to do now is go have my dinner, have a shower, and then once I've actually finished the process with the lights and everything like that all set up, then I will get back to you guys and show you the full setup and a breakdown of all the costs of each item. And there are going to be links down below to an Amazon page where you guys can actually see each bit of kit exactly. And obviously those links, if you do buy from them, do help me and the channel out, as they are referral links. So what we're going to do, go have some pizza. It is around 7:17 in the evening. It's been a very, very slow day trading, so that's why we're just going to focus on the setup, and that's why I did that today. Might have an issue with the Wi-Fi, so we're going to get a long cable to go from the router into here, into my PC, if the Wi-Fi does actually play up. But I can hear the oven timer now, so I'm going to catch you guys with the setup tour. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go through the list of the items which I actually have in this setup. I do actually have it on a notepad down here, so if I do look down there a lot, that is probably why. I'm also looking at the gold charts up on my right monitor. So talking about the monitor, that's what we're actually going to start with. What I've got is two 27-inch curved Samsung monitors. These were about £180 each. Pretty sure I did buy them on sale, so they were a little bit cheaper than you'd normally get them. But if you look on Amazon, there are many different ones that you can actually choose from. These ones are pretty good. A lot of screen space as well, especially as they're curved, they do actually take up the whole desk. I was looking at potentially getting the 49-inch LG ones or the Samsung monitors, but want to definitely get 2 more screens maybe. So then we have 4 screens, more screens, more money. Next, we do actually have, holding up the monitors, the dual monitor stand. I think this was around like £25 or £28 from Amazon, and it just holds up both two 27-inch monitors perfectly. You know, it has little cable clips as well, so you put the cables in, so then you don't actually see any cables when you're actually using the monitors. So it's all nice and hidden. The cables go down the back, perfectly hidden. Next, we do actually have the Logitech G203, and this is the mouse. It's around £15. It's quite cheap, but it does the job. You know, it clicks, and yeah, it's wired, because I was going to get a wireless mouse, but then I was thinking, what if I'm in a trade, the mouse stops working and I can't close the trade, or I can't actually do anything if I don't have the batteries. So that's why I got a wired mouse. You know, the wires, you know, it doesn't look the nicest, but then it does the job at the end of the day, which I actually want it to do. Then we have the Logitech G203 mechanical keyboard, and you know, this keyboard is quite nice. It's not like clicky like a lot of the mechanical ones actually are, but it does actually still sound quite nice. It was around £85 from Amazon, and yeah, pretty much does the job. You can plug USBs into it as well. So when I actually want to plug my SD cards in, I just plug it into there with the SD card adapter. And yeah, that was around £85. Next, we do actually have the blue Yeti mic, which was around £120, and the Rode mic mount here, which was also around £76. So this is just on the arm, so I can pretty much drag it in and out of shot. If I'm not using it, boom, it then gets moved out of the way. Next, we do actually have my chair, which I am going to upgrade soon, because if you can hear, you probably can't hear that, but it does creak a lot, especially when I move around or get up from the chair, sit down, it does creak a lot. But this was around £110. Next, we do actually have a webcam, which is, you know, behind the camera, which I have on top of my monitors, and this was around £60, and this is the Logitech C920. I just got a HD webcam because, you know, when I got calls with my accountant, podcast starting soon, and just any calls which, you know, I can't use my camera or anything else for, and I need the webcam, that is what that is for. Next, we do actually have the Airpods Pro, and these are kind of in the setup because when I'm using my laptop, when I'm not at the setup, like I'm still trading, but maybe I'm not in this room, then I'll use the AirPods instead of my other headphones, and those AirPods cost me around £200. We do have these two key lights here, which, as you can see, are controlled by this app. So if I turn them off, they go off. If I turn them on, they both come on, and you can choose like one at a time. You can change all the brightness and everything on the app, and these are around £120 each. So the two lights were £240, and either Elgato key lights. Moving on to headphones, and you know, when you're trading, if you trade full time, you'll probably realize that it is quite boring, and that's just the truth behind it. You know, it's not really exciting. You're not going to be in trades all day, especially if you're a trader full time. You're going to be at your desk. You don't really want to be entering trades all day, so you want other stuff to actually do. So now you can watch YouTube videos, you can watch pretty much anything, listen to music, maybe audio books, and for that I use the DT770 Pros. Was going to get the 990 Pros, but they were out of stock and I needed some headphones, so I bought the 770 Pros, but might get the 990s, but these seem pretty much perfect for what I want at the moment, and they were around £130. Moving on to the MacBook, which you could include it in the setup, but also it kind of isn't in this current setup, although sometimes I do have it beside me next to my keyboard to do stuff on there, as well as having the monitors here. And when I'm out and about or anywhere else in the house, that's when I will actually use the MacBook, and that cost me around £2,300. Very, very large amount of money for a laptop which doesn't really get used. You know, if I want to edit a video or edit anything or trade, I know that I'm going to be able to do it on that laptop with pretty much ease. Moving on to my PC, which is actually running this whole setup. PC, you know, if you want the specs for that, I'll put it in the description. You know, we've got an i9, we've got 2080. Don't really know the rest of it, to be honest, but I know it's got an i9. Apparently an i9 is good, so that's down there. And it runs pretty quick. You know, I can run the two monitors. I can run pretty much anything, Premiere Pro, everything. So very, very good PC. Desk is from Furniture for Work. It's around £140. Nice white desk. And the good thing is it has that board at the back, so all the cables are actually hidden behind that, which you'll see from the clips. You can't really see any cables actually from behind the desk. Got a little cable box too, which is I think around £30, that keeps all the cables nice and tidy in there. So that is another thing which actually helps the aesthetics of the desk. Moving on to the actual camera setup I'm using here. I used to use a Canon 650D, which I had from like year 10 photography lessons. You know, I needed that camera for that, but upgraded in the last few months or so to the Sony A7C, which costs around £1,600, and the lens is a 28 to 75mm Sigma lens, and this is around £700. The tripod is a Manfrotto tripod, but it was actually a gift, so I don't really know how much that cost. And the mic on top of the camera, which doesn't really get used much, but it is a Rode mic, and it was around £72. So total, everything combined. Also, you do have the two phones, so you're probably wondering why do you have two phones, and business, personal. So if we're counting the business phone as well, because obviously taking all the trades from it, which is included in the trade setup technically, then the total for the setup is a grand total of £9,034. You know, I haven't included all the pence and everything, but around £9,034. So next additions to the setup, I am looking to get 2 more screens. So it'll be 2 screens, so I have 4 screens. Pretty sure that's the next thing to do. Was looking at improving the screens, like getting 4K ones, but I think they kind of do the job at the moment, and there's not really much need to actually, you know, upgrade them, as they are only 1080p. But you know, we'll see what happens. If the trades go well, then we might get that upgrade to 4K. But if gold doesn't actually come back to my level, then we'll probably have to downgrade to 480p. So let's just pray gold actually plays out. But yeah, here is the trading setup, which I actually take all my trades from. Had this whole setup for around a year now. Obviously there's going to be upgrades like the camera setup and the headphone upgrade, stuff like that, over the years or over the months even. If you want any of the products, link in the description to all the products which are actually used in the setup. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video, live trading from the setup.